Not on public display. A short story by Neil M. Thorne. They took Riven last night. From what I understand, she was stopped in the street and found in possession of materials used in the preparation of art. The arrest was announced widely, making her out to be a menace, although she is anything but. All they care about is that another dangerous artist is off the streets. Her execution will be broadcast at noon tomorrow, to serve as a warning to others. It is a dangerous thing to be an artist in a society where creativity is not tolerated, and the consequences of her arrest are far-reaching. She is just one of our small conclave, who share a space where we practice what makes us feel free. We rarely all meet. It is safer that way. But after something like this, there really isn't a choice. The fact is, she will give us up. Not to save her own skin. They just have ways of making anyone talk. Though it would be better for her to give them what they want, she will resist. Not for her own sake, nor even her art, but ours. However much it shames me to admit it, I am grateful to her for this, as there would not be this chance to save our work and move on otherwise. It happened when they caught Claude. There was barely time for us to escape. So much work lost. As before, we must move all we can and destroy anything that remains. With this in mind, it would be safer to work in isolation, never knowing of others like ourselves. But that is not why we came together. Art is made better in the company of like-minded souls, and we join together for that very purpose, not as a reaction to turbulent times, but for its own sake. And once each new piece is finished, it is hidden away in hopes it will outlive this madness and show those who follow that despite everything, we still kept searching for that spark. It is easy to doubt and wonder if we will ever return to a time where art is once more appreciated. No one ever saw it coming. How people were slowly poisoned into believing creativity was destructive. The poor starved whilst great works sold for detestable sums, and artists, drunk on their own wealth, attempted to sway opinion against those in power. There is no denying these things happened. The world was never perfect, but the truth wears many masks. The intention behind every brushstroke has the power to change the world, which is what those in power feared, and, realizing it was out of their control, turned against us. It didn't happen overnight, but one day it was a crime to be an artist, and now, long after the embers where our galleries once stood have died, we somehow endure. When I arrived, the mood was one of shock. It is the reality of the life we choose, but the fact she will never again be one of our number is a hard truth to accept. It doesn't make sense that she would take anything out from the studio. She had been preoccupied of late, and I recall a time where she nearly left with paint on her fingers, but I do not hold with the accusation she had stopped caring. All it takes is to look upon her most recent works to know she was in touch with something special. We will never know what troubled Riven, or where her art may one day have led. At such times, it is easy to question the worth of what we do, if ultimately it means dying for our crimes. But I could no more stop painting than willingly cease breathing. It is a part of us that cannot be denied, and to live without it would be to merely exist and no more. We do it for ourselves as much as the future, but now for Riven as well. Her final piece will take pride of place in our new studio. Even unfinished, it is a masterpiece, with iridescent tones of coppered gold and aqua blue. It appears almost alive and opens up the heart to tears. To look upon it is to know true skill, now forever lost. But it also reminds us that our legacy is not in vain. We continue, even if one day it means our work surely replaces hers. Thank you for listening. And if you have enjoyed this story, please feel free to like, comment, and follow for more.